have that extended forecast coming up for you. First, we are taking you outside this evening to show you that we've got mostly clear conditions out there right now. We are looking at a little bit of cloud cover here and there, and we're actually looking at some leftover showers and snow showers at the moment. We saw plenty of sunshine actually in the basin. Woke up to sunny conditions there, even though we did get some morning rain in spots like the IE. You'll see a little bit of snow left over closer to Fraser Park, spanning toward the Kern County line, but we could potentially see a little more snow through the Grapevine into the overnight hours and a few flurries over the San Bernardino and Riverside County mountains overnight as well. You'll see along the 5 closer to Fraser Park getting a little bit of a rain snow mix. And as we head over closer to Beaumont, just north of the 10, looks like we are getting a little bit of snow, but again, it's very minimal at this point. We're looking at the big picture on satellite radar, and you'll see right here there is rain and snow lingering to our north. Eventually, we could get hit again. We'll let you know when coming up in your extended forecast in just a bit, but do want to show you we have a winter weather advisory, and that's in effect already through 10 o'clock tomorrow morning for our local mountains. And we also have a wind advisory for the Apple and Lucerne valleys, so San Bernardino and Riverside County mountains, and that's going to stay in effect through 10 o'clock this evening, so another couple hours to go on that. Currently, wind speeds are coming in at 10 miles an hour in Burbank, 8 miles an hour in Santa Clarita, and 15 for Lancaster. More on the rain potentially on the way and what we saw over the last 24 hours along with that extended forecast. That's all coming up in just a bit. Lena and Susie, back to you.
Okay, Evelyn.
The finished product.
Yeah.
Of course, one thing that we're always talking about is whether it's going to rain on New Year's Day. I mean,
That's
it has
right.
rained on the parade before.
That's right.
Right,
It has,
literally rain on your parade.
Right.
It has. Yeah, we've seen lots of wet
Yeah, I remember.
Rose Bowl.
But people are out there no matter what.
Yep,
Doesn't matter.
sure.
They still camp out there.
Exactly for the parade or the Rose
Yeah.
Bowl game. Doesn't matter, rain or shine. But this year, looks like it could be shine.
Shine.
Good.
Yeah, but there is some rain. It just is going to be, timed out
Okay.
a little different than that. We'll explain coming up in a minute in your extended forecast. But first, we want to take you outside, and as we do, we've got a result. At this point, we're just getting, again, a little bit of snow, most of it over into the Kern County line there, and we are expecting to maybe see a little more into the overnight hours potentially. We're also getting a little bit of rain snow mix at the moment right here, and you're going to see not a lot, but we are leaving that chance in the forecast, and we are keeping the winter weather advisory up through 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. You'll see rain and snow sitting to our north. Eventually could drop down to our forecast, and as it does, we could start to see that chance of rain develop a little later in the forecast. For now, though, still dealing with that winter weather advisory for the San Bernardino and Riverside County mountains. That's staying in effect through, the LA County mountains, it looks like. San Bernardino, Riverside County, actually things are dwindling down for you. This stays in effect through 10 o'clock. That's 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And we do have that wind advisory in effect. It was in effect for the Antelope Valley, since canceled. At this point, just looks like we have it in effect for the Apple Valley, spots like Hesperia, Indio, Victorville. So for the San Bernardino and Riverside County mountains through 10 o'clock tonight. So just under 2 hours to go on that. Meanwhile, winds are picking up in the Apple Valley, 16-mile-an-hour sustained winds. Lancaster, even though you're no longer under the advisory, we're still looking at 15-mile-an-hour sustained wind speed. So it's breezy. We've got the wind advisories out there. We do have that winter weather advisory. We also have some mountain rain and potential snow into the overnight hours, but very minimal. If we see any more snow, those snow levels dropping down to about 3,000 feet into the early morning hours, and we do have just a little more rain on the way. There is a possibility as we head toward your weekend. Then as we head into next week for your New Year's Eve, we're expecting partly sunny skies, so it does look dry even the second part of the weekend, mostly cloudy. There's that chance of showers on Saturday. Until then, partly cloudy by tomorrow afternoon and a little more sunshine in the forecast. In fact, a lot more as we head into your Friday. We're going to show you what the basin and the beaches look like. That's all coming up in just a little bit. Back to you.
All right.
We're bracing for another chance of rain. We'll let you know if it'll be dry by 2013 coming up. Yeah, just keep everything handy because we sort of have a mix of everything. Lots of sunshine, a little warmer, a little cooler, rain, snow. We've got it all. We'll explain coming up in just a minute. But first, we're taking you outside to our LAX camera, and you'll see right here we are dealing with dry conditions, a little bit of cloud cover, and a little bit of night sky out there as well. 51 degrees, that's right here at the Broadcast Center in Studio City. So looks like we're finally starting to dry out, but we're not ruling out the chance of a flurry or two along the 5 closer to Fraser Park. We're seeing it, but over Kern County could make its way into LA County into the overnight hours with snow levels dropping down to 3,000 feet. Looks like we are getting just a little bit of snow closer to Wrightwood, but other than that, it is pretty dry out there. Not ruling out the chance overnight. And we're also not ruling out the chance of rain a little later in the forecast. We do have rain and snow sitting to our north, and that should eventually translate into our forecast as we head toward the weekend. A winter weather advisory still in effect through 10 o'clock tomorrow morning for the LA County mountains. North-facing slopes could get a couple of inches at this point. It's dry, but we could see a little more moisture come through into the overnight hours. And remember, snow levels are dropping to 3,000 feet, so we're not ruling out the chance of snow overnight. Also windy. We've got a wind advisory in effect for the Apple and Lucerne valleys through 10 o'clock, and that's 10 o'clock tonight. 14-mile-an-hour winds right now for the Apple Valley, 12 for Lancaster, so we do have breezy conditions, and we could have a little more snow overnight. There's a chance of maybe a little mountain rain and snow, little rain-snow mix potentially over the next few hours as well. There is more rain on the way as we head toward the weekend. Until then, we're keeping it dry and pretty cool, below average. We're in the 20s, 30s, 40s right now, a few 50s, 51 in downtown and 55 for Long Beach. Earlier today, we made it to 63. We were a little clearer and drier, even though we did get some rain in the morning, but we were still below average being 68 degrees. And keeping things below average over the next few days for the Basin and for Orange County. We're partly sunny tomorrow, plenty of sunshine by Friday with low 60s, a chance of showers by Saturday, mostly cloudy by Sunday and partly cloudy as we head into your Monday. Same thing goes for the coast. Susie, Lena. Taking you right to radar, and we're taking you back east. We were just talking about the storms back there, and take a look over the Great Lakes spanning into Canada. Actually, we're looking at a bunch of snow, a blizzard actually heading their way as we speak. As we head into Boston, same thing goes. Getting down toward New York, though, take a look, just some heavy rain, a little bit of rain-snow mix in upstate New York, and offshore, we're looking at some heavy downpours and thunderstorms that could enter the picture. So we will continue to track the weather back east. Here at home, nothing of the sort, but we are dealing with cold temperatures and leftover snow showers as well. You'll see just a little bit over Kern County, could span into our forecast as we head into the overnight hours. We do have a winter weather advisory for the mountains. North-facing slopes could stand to get a couple more inches. And other than that, starting to look at calmer conditions all across the Southland. Take a look along the 5, just a few showers, and as we head toward Fraser Park, it's a little drier now. But as we head into the overnight hours, we're not ruling out that chance. Things starting to dry out right now, but there is rain and snow sitting to our north, so it could translate into the overnight hours into snow for our mountains. We could potentially see more rain in the forecast. We'll tell you exactly when. That's all coming up. Lena, back to you. Right, Lena, so for now it's dry with a few exceptions out there. We're actually eyeing a little bit of snow in the forecast, potentially into the overnight hours. We'll take you to radar where we're not seeing a whole lot out there right now, but it's out there. That was just a shot of Long Beach where we're looking at dry conditions and a mix of clouds and night sky tonight. A little bit of cloud cover out there. You'll see snow sitting to our north, and we could potentially see a little more into the overnight hours, especially along north-facing slopes. So at this point, not a whole lot, but there's a little bit of rain and snow left to our north, so that could slide into our forecast over the next few hours. And as a result, we do have a winter weather advisory. That's in effect until 10 o'clock, and that's 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. For the LA County mountains along north-facing slopes, we could get 1 inch to 3 inches, and snow levels could potentially drop down to about 3,000 feet. We also have a wind advisory in effect as well. Looks like things have expired for some spots, but still looking at some wind over the desert right there into our north. And with that, we are continuing to see breezy conditions as we speak. You'll see the Apple Valley at 15 miles an hour, Lancaster at 10, Burbank at 8, and Santa Clarita currently at 9 miles an hour. So it's breezy out there. We do have a few wind advisories, but for the most part, things are calming down. And snow-wise, little bit of snow at the moment, but we could see more overnight. And we do have that winter weather advisory in effect overnight. Mountain rain and snow, as we just mentioned, with maybe more rain on the way, but for now, drier and cooler as we head into the next couple of days. 28 right now in Wrightwood, Valencia, 42, 48 Van Nuys, 51 downtown, and 52 in Anaheim. We made it to 63 degrees. That was for downtown earlier today. Average is 68. So we were a few degrees below average for this time of year. And over the next 24 hours, we're looking at 40s, 50s, and by the afternoon, up to about 61 degrees. So below average. Over the last 24 hours, we did get a bit of rain. We're going to have more rain totals for you coming up. We also want to show you there's another chance of rain by your Saturday. Mostly cloudy Sunday, partly cloudy and dry by your New Year's Eve. Lena, back to you. Cold temperatures and another chance of rain and snow on the way. We'll let you know what the rest of your forecast for 2012 and the beginning of 2013 will look like.
Well, it is cold out there, and we've got more rain on the way, but Evelyn does bear some good news tonight.
Yes, I try. So we do have some some rain on the way, yes. And the big question tonight is, will it or will it not be dry? Or won't it be dry for your New Year's Eve and New Year's Day as well? So we've got that forecast coming up. We have a little bit here. Thank you for that. And as we get a look at satellite radar, you're going to see right here we are dealing with mostly clear conditions, dry conditions, but there is a little bit of snow to our north, and we're still in for that chance into the overnight hours. And as a result, we're still under that winter weather advisory. That's going to expire at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's in effect for the LA and Ventura County mountains. As we head into the overnight hours, we could see an inch or two along northern facing slopes, and we're looking at snow levels potentially dropping down to about 3,000 feet, so very low tonight. We did have a few wind advisories that have since expired, but regardless, it's still breezy out there in some spots. Lancaster at 13 miles an hour, the Apple Valley coming in at 11 miles an hour, Burbank 11 as well, and downtown at 8. So a little breezy out there, and certainly a little cool out there as well. 37 in Lancaster, 47 that's for Pasadena, Wrightwood 29, Anaheim 52, and Laguna Beach 53 degrees. So earlier today we were below average temperature wise. We got up to 63, and by tomorrow a little cooler, mix of clouds and sun, a cool start, and cool, partly cloudy into the overnight hours. We did get rain over the last 24 hours overnight. This is how we did Hawthorne, just under a quarter of an inch. Same thing for Culver City and Burbank. Chatsworth, a 1/10 of an inch. And as we head to our next spot, Oxnard, just under a 1/10 of an inch. Fullerton, a 1/10 of an inch. Checking in with Corona, just under a quarter of an inch. And you'll see right there, a 1/10 of an inch for Riverside, and just over that for Oceanside as we head down towards San Diego. So it is still below average rainfall wise. We did get a decent amount of rain, but we're still just about an inch below where we need to be on average. And we do have that winter weather advisory, as we mentioned, tonight through first thing tomorrow morning. That's lasting until 10 o'clock. So we could get some snow into the overnight hours. Other than that, dry and a little warmer as we head toward the end of the week with more sunshine. Another chance of showers headed our way Saturday, mostly cloudy by Sunday. And there it is, New Year's Eve looking dry and partly sunny, and by New Year's Day also looking dry at this point. Also a chance of snow in the mountains over the weekend, drying out by tomorrow. But remember, snow levels tonight dropping to 3,000 feet, and we could potentially get a little more snow along north-facing slopes. Susie, back to you.
Okay.
You know, we've got wind, and indeed we do have a winter weather advisory on top of that. At this point, just looking at a little bit of snow to our north, but we are bracing for maybe a little more of it as we head into the overnight hours. We're switching gears. We're taking you back east, and they've got a lot more snow than we do here in the Southland and on the West Coast. Take a look at this. So we're looking at snow, blizzard-like conditions, a little bit of rain-snow mix in upstate New York there, indicated by the pink on your screen. And we're also looking at some severe thunderstorms all along the eastern seaboard at the moment. So we are tracking conditions back east. We will continue to do so, but at this point, snow over the Great Lakes. Again, a lot of it at this point, very similar to what we were looking at just the other week, sort of a repeat of that again. Again, more on that, and of course, your local forecast coming up in just a little bit. Susie and Lena, back to you. That's exactly right. As of now, we're actually looking at a pretty dry forecast by the time 2013 rolls around. So hopefully that's good news for everybody out there. Of course, there's always a chance that things could change, but as it stands right now, it's looking pretty good for the Tournament of Roses and the Rose Bowl and all that good stuff on New Year's Day. Until then, we are eyeing a chance of rain. We'll get there in a minute. We're taking you outside to Long Beach, where it's dry right now, but it's cool. We're in the 40s rather, right here at the Broadcast Center in Studio City, 49 degrees. Satellite radar showing you just a few leftover snow flurries, but there is a chance we could see more snow into the overnight hours, especially through the Grapevine and along north-facing slopes. Snow levels dropping to 3,000 feet, and as a result, we do have a winter weather advisory in effect through 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. We do have some windy conditions out there as well. Lancaster at 16 miles an hour, the Apple Valley previously under a wind advisory, now looking at just breezy to windy conditions, and without that advisory doesn't mean that it's not going to be windy. Still breezy. 8 miles an hour in Santa Clarita and 11 in Burbank. Temperatures currently in the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, a few 50s out there. 50 in downtown, 50 Anaheim, 46 Pasadena, and 36 for Lancaster. So as we take you through Futurecast, we were talking about that snow, and that could still be a factor into the overnight hours closer to Fraser Park and along the Kern County line there on the border. Along the 5 through the Grapevine, we could see more snow into the early morning hours. Remember that advisory is in effect through 10 a.m. Things are a little complicated calmer by 7 in the morning, and same thing goes by 8. But we're leaving the chance in the forecast overnight into the early morning hours. And by tomorrow afternoon, things are looking dry. But by the time we head into the weekend, we're looking at another chance of rain. Plenty of sunshine by Friday, though. Saturday, a chance of showers, mostly cloudy by Sunday, partly cloudy and dry by your Monday for your New Year's Eve. That's for the Basin in Orange County. For the beaches, partly sunny with plenty of sunshine by Friday, chance of showers by Saturday, drier by Sunday, and partly sunny by Monday. So we're kicking off the new year, looks like, in a dry kind of way. Back to you.